Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, and if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So we're talking about how to find real estate investors in your area. So there's a few ways. If you stay to the end, I'm going to give you something interesting that's happening tonight. You may or not be watching this on July 20th, but something that happens every month, which is a good way to find real estate investors in your area. How do I look? Okay, good. So there's a few ways. The first way I would say is to find a RIA, a Real Estate Investors Association. I would Google, this thing is vibrating. I would Google RIA in my area, or RIA in Nassau County, or RIA in Queens, and I would try and find a Real Estate Investors Association. That will be a gathering of real estate investors. So that's easy enough. Sorry, I got a bunch of things coming through. Another way to find real estate investors is to just put a Craigslist post and say, hey, I'm looking for real estate investors in an area to talk to. I mean, the question is really why you're looking for real estate investors. Are you looking for real estate investors that you want to sell properties to? Are you looking for real estate investors that you want to learn things from? Are you looking for real estate investors that you want to buy properties from? It really depends on what you're looking for. But at a RIA, at a Real Estate Investors Association, you'll find all of them, right? Find people who've never done a deal, who want to do a deal, maybe people you can partner with, maybe people that you can sell to or buy from. They're real estate investors, right? By definition, that's a RIA, Real Estate, or REIA, Real Estate Investors Association. That is number one. Another thing you can do is you can Google "sell my house fast" in your area, right? So wherever you are, sell my house fast in Lynbrook, sell my house fast in Valley Stream, and you will see people that come up that are almost always going to be real estate investors who invest in that area. And you can call them and you can say, hey, whatever, it really depends what you're looking for, right? I'm looking to partner up with somebody. I'm looking to sell something. I'm looking to buy something. These are people that should be open to that. Those are very, very good ways. If you have access to multiple listing service, the MLS, you can look at properties in an area, in a given city, for example, and you can look to see cash buys that happen in those areas, in those places. So one of the fields that you can put in on any closed deal is mortgage type. And the choices in the MLS by us, which is Stratus, for a LIBOR, Long Island Board of Realtors, is mortgage, FHA mortgage, all cash, private financing. So you look at people that bought all cash. Now, not all of them are going to be real estate investors. Some of them are going to be just people who had a lot of cash and bought a house for themselves. But if it's an LLC or something like that, you can find them, and those are almost always going to be real estate investors. And then you can Google that LLC. Sometimes you'll get an address. Sometimes you'll get a phone number. And I've spent money skip tracing those to try and build my buyers list. So that is another way to find real estate investors in an area, really. But the question is, what are you trying to do? If you're trying to sell a property, right? I get a tremendous amount of inquiries from people asking me about building a buyers list, right? And these are people who've never done a deal, but they are terrified of going into contract on a property because they may not find a buyer. And what I say to them, what I'll say to you, is that you should not spend 1 second building a buyers list. It is a complete and absolute waste of time in our area. Now, I know, and I was very, very mesmerized by the concept of reverse wholesaling, which is finding the buyers, asking them what they want, and then going out and finding it for them. That's brilliant in other parts of the country, right? In Lubbock, Texas, in Dallas, in Phoenix, in Las Vegas, it's very easy to go find a buyer, and he will tell you, I need a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom ranch. That's at least 8,000 square feet. The buyers here's the real problem with it. Buyers in the area are never going to give you something specific. Almost never. I would say 1 out of 100 will, because our inventory is so diverse, right? We have stuff built in the 1800s in our area. We have stuff built 10 years ago. And the answer you're going to get from everybody, even real buyers, is I'll buy anything I can make money on, right? You may be able to narrow down geography. I tried to do that. It's not easy to do. I'm talking about real buyers, people I know because they ended up buying from me. They weren't giving me squat when I first asked them. So you're not going to get any information out of them. And here's the real thing. The real problem is most of them are not real buyers. So it's hard to say. It depends on what list you're calling, right? You could be calling real buyers, but you're going to call people and you're going to ask them, hey, if I can make you money, do you want to hear about a deal from me? They're all going to say yes. Some of them are wholesalers that are just going to throw it out on a list. I had a guy who bothered me like crazy. Every time I sent him something, I ended up getting it from 5 other people. So that's not good. That cheapens your list. That cheapens you. People don't know if you're real or if this guy's real. And you never want that happening. So I don't want anybody who's going to take my deals and throw them out on their list. That is not what I'm interested in. If somebody gets a deal from me, it should be my deal. So I believe very strongly that the only things you should be spending time on when you start is learning how to do this and marketing to sellers. Now, let's be straight. Most people don't want to market to sellers, right? And for two reasons. The first reason is you don't want to hear no, you don't want to hear rejection, right? And it's not going to be as nice as I just put it. People are going to tell you to drop dead. People are going to start screaming at you. People do not want rejection. And I know I was a stockbroker about 30 years ago, and people did not want to get on the phone and have people hang up on them. The people that could deal with that were the ones that were successful. I was pretty successful for a little while, but then I couldn't take it anymore. That's the first reason. And the second reason is you don't want to hear yes, because in the beginning, you're afraid. You don't know what the hell you're going to do. That's why people keep calling me and asking me about buyers. Here's the honest truth, and you're not going to like this, but the truth is you're not going to know what to do when you first start. You're not going to know if a deal is a deal, right? This is the part that nobody talks about. The part that nobody talks about is that, we think we're going to get a list and most of those numbers are going to be right. And some of those people, so many of those people are going to want to sell, but that's not true. Most of the numbers are wrong. Most of the numbers that are right are not people who want to sell a property. Most people who want to sell a property are not going to sell to an investor. Most people who want to sell to an investor are not going to sell to you. Most people who sell to you are probably not going to want to sell now. What happens most of the time is people have a number in their head, right? I just left a seller appointment and the seller gave me a number. I think it's a high number. I got to do the numbers. I haven't run the numbers yet, but I think it's too high. So you're not going to know if a deal is a deal in the beginning. It's not so simple. And I cannot count how many people have sent me deals that were not deals, right? Prices were just way too high. So you need help, right? And I'm here to help you, right? If you need help, you can send me a deal, right? But do not send me a deal unless you've spoken to the seller, right? Please don't tell me I have a house near me that looks like it's old. That's not a deal, right? If you've spoken to a seller and you can tell me the story on it, I'm happy to talk to you about it. But it's scary. I admit it's scary. First time scary. First time I went direct to seller about 5 or 6 years ago, it was scary. Somebody said yes, I got scared. I didn't know if it was a deal. Ended up being a great deal. One of my first deals was a 6-figure deal. I was terrified. In the end, it ended up being awesome. And that was after 4 years of me buying at auction, right? So I had never gone direct to seller before. I just bought at auctions, live auctions, online auctions. That's what I had done for 4 years. I had got renovated everything. When I switched to direct to seller and trying to wholesale, it was difficult for me, right? It was different. And I had a lot, and I had money from all the deals I had done, and I had experience, and I had been in the mortgage business for 17 years. It was still hard. And it's going to be hard. And that's what people avoid, right? We avoid the hard, which is beautiful because the people that can get through the hard, what was that movie? In the movie A League of Their Own, Tom Hanks says something brilliant, right? He goes, of course, he was talking about baseball. He goes, of course it's hard. He goes, the hard is what makes it great. And that is true. The hard is what makes it great. It makes you feel great when you get a deal done, right? If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not easy, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. So the only thing you should be doing is spending time on sellers. If you get a deal, you will find a buyer. I swear to God, right? You can sell it to me if it's a great deal. Or I can help you find a buyer for it. But people are afraid of things, and it's really just garbage in their mind to avoid doing what's hard. So I highly recommend the only thing you do is learn and talk to sellers. If you talk to sellers and you lock up a deal at a discount, I promise you, the buyer won't be a problem. The money won't be a problem. Nothing is a problem when you get a good deal. Nothing. There are so many people looking for good deals out there that it is not hard to sell. In today's market, you're going to get more for it than you even anticipated. So what I was going to say is I actually run a RIA, a Real Estate Investors Association, right? The Nassau County RIA. We're having our first live meeting in 16 months tonight in Lynbrook. We're going to keep having these meetings the third Tuesday of every month. If you want, the RIA information is below. So if you want to just sign up for the meetup, you'll get informed of our next meeting and all our meetings. And I would say that if you are in Nassau County, even in Queens, there is no better place for you to come and learn. I'm actually feeding everybody tonight. I may make it a thing. We're getting pizza for everybody. It's 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to try to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. the third Tuesday of every month. We're in Lynbrook at the Elks Lodge at 57 Hempstead Avenue, right off Peninsula Boulevard. And it's going to be a good meeting. We had a dozen meetings through 2019. in the beginning of 2020 before COVID hit, and then we had virtual meetings, which were okay, but not great. There's a lot more interaction face to face. So I'm looking forward to it. I get a lot out of it. I don't get anything back. I charge $5 admission only because people asked to pay something because they felt like there should be some kind of nominal charge. I lose money on every week, every meeting, because I got to pay for the food, and I got to pay for I mean, I lose money, but I do it because I think it's a good thing for people to talk to other people. And a lot of deals have been done from the RIA meetings. People have partnered up. People have sold me deals. People have bought deals from me. People have gotten. I've lent people money from the RIA. So it's my pleasure to hold this and just be a resource for people. So if you're in Nassau County, Queens, Western Suffolk, come to the RIA. We don't sell anything, right? I have products that I sell that right? Coaching and stuff, but I don't sell them at the RIA. I'm not there. I don't look at this as a funnel for students as some other RIAs in the area do. I look at it as just a resource I'm here to share, and I'm here to help and just show that this can be done, because there are a lot of people who think it can't be done, and I'm trying to tell you it can be done. So Nassau County RIA, if you want to go meetup.com/Nassau-County-RIA. Look at what we have. We're going to try and have another live meeting at a property. I'm trying to figure out which property is. Look at my board. We should have a meeting at a property in a couple of weeks, and then we'll have another live meeting in Lynbrook. We switched venues. We used to be in the hell were we in? Valley Stream, but that VFW I don't think opened up. So I found another place. It's got tons of parking, so that's good. The other place parking was difficult. So if you can come, if you're watching this today, or come to any meeting, I think you'll get a good value out of it. I've gotten really good feedback about the people that come there. Good people. I'm there to talk to if you want. So I hope this was helpful. That's how to find other investors. Go to a RIA meeting in your area. If you're in my area, come to Nassau County RIA, and that's about it. $5 admission. I think the other RIAs in the area are like $40 or $60 a pop. It's crazy. So thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in those products that I spoke about that I don't sell at my RIA, go to howtoflipnewyork.com for general. Go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse.com for my course that teaches how to do this. Go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com if you're interested in coaching. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Please click like, thumbs up for any on any platform you're watching. It helps me out. And if you have comments, please put comments in. There are no bad comments. I'm here to help you, and I respond to all comments that come in. Thank you very, very much for watching.